Have you ever felt completely drained, like no matter how much rest you get, you just can't shake the exhaustion? You wake up in the morning and it feels like you've already run a marathon, but you've done nothing but sleep. Maybe you've wondered if it's just the stresses of life, lack of sleep, or simply too much on your plate. But what if I told you that this physical exhaustion you're experiencing isn't just a coincidence or a result of your busy schedule? What if it's a deeper spiritual shift happening within you, something profound and transformational? It's more common than you might think. Many people go through periods of unexplained fatigue, feeling drained or out of sync without understanding the underlying cause. In reality, what you're feeling could be a sign that your soul is evolving, that you're moving through a phase of spiritual growth and realignment. The mind, body, and spirit are deeply interconnected, and when one aspect of your being is going through a shift, it often affects the others. This exhaustion could very well be a message, a sign that something powerful is unfolding within you. As you grow spiritually, it can feel like you're being stretched, pulled, and reshaped, and sometimes this process is physically taxing. Just like a seed must break through the earth to grow into something new, you too may need to go through this exhaustion to be reborn spiritually. The journey can be uncomfortable, but it's ultimately for your growth, your purpose, and your alignment with the divine. In this video, we'll explore why this strange fatigue is happening, what it truly signifies about your spiritual journey, and how you can navigate this transformative experience without feeling lost or overwhelmed. This isn't a random experience, it's a part of your divine calling. So, stay with me as we dive deeper into the connection between physical exhaustion and spiritual awakening, because the answers you've been searching for are closer than you think. Spiritual exhaustion is a unique kind of fatigue that transcends the physical realm. It's a deep, profound weariness that can feel just as overwhelming and debilitating as physical exhaustion, but it is rooted in something far deeper, your spirit. Unlike the kind of tiredness we experience from a lack of sleep or a stressful workload, spiritual exhaustion often feels mysterious, even disorienting. It's that sense of feeling completely drained emotionally and energetically, but with no clear reason why. And that's because this isn't just your body feeling tired. It's your very soul going through a major transformation. At its core, spiritual exhaustion arises when your being, your soul, your spirit goes through an intense process of growth and change. This can happen during moments of awakening, when you're called to a higher purpose, or when you're shedding old patterns, beliefs, and attachments. As you progress on your spiritual journey, your energy is stretched and realigned, and this process can be just as taxing as physical exertion. Think of it like a plant growing through the soil. There's a lot of pushing and pulling beneath the surface before it can emerge and bloom. And during this period, your spirit is doing the hard work of breaking free from the old, just as your body might break down and rebuild after a tough workout. But here's the catch: spiritual exhaustion often goes unnoticed or misunderstood because, unlike physical fatigue, there's no clear external trigger. You may not have been working overtime, pulling all-nighters, or physically exerting yourself in ways that typically leave you feeling drained. Instead, it's the invisible internal shifts that are occurring. You might be going through a deep emotional healing, revisiting painful memories or unhealed wounds, or being called to step into a new chapter of your life. As these inner changes occur, your energy field is recalibrating, and just like when you try to power up too many devices at once, your system becomes overwhelmed. This is when the exhaustion begins to set in. When the body undergoes these intense spiritual shifts, it reacts in various ways. The first thing you might notice is a significant drop in energy. You might feel physically tired all the time, even after a full night's sleep. You may have trouble focusing, and activities that used to feel effortless now seem like monumental tasks. This is because your body is in a state of flux. Your energetic system is being rewired, and your body is processing and integrating the new frequencies that come with this transformation. If you've been feeling unusually fatigued despite your normal routine, it's possible that this is a sign of deeper spiritual work happening behind the scenes. Another hallmark of spiritual exhaustion is emotional turmoil. You may find yourself experiencing emotions that are difficult to understand or control. Sudden waves of sadness, anxiety, irritability, or frustration may appear seemingly out of nowhere. You could be crying without a specific reason, feeling overwhelmed by emotions that seem to have no clear origin. This emotional instability can be confusing, especially if you are in an otherwise stable life situation. But again, it's important to realize that your emotions are a reflection of the energetic shifts happening within you. As your spirit expands and grows, old emotions and energies that no longer serve you are being released. This can cause intense emotional purging, and the experience can be unsettling to say the least. It's also important to note that physical symptoms like headaches, body aches, or digestive issues may arise during times of spiritual exhaustion. These symptoms occur because your energetic system is being recalibrated, and this can impact the body physically. As the body clears out old energy or adjusts to a new spiritual frequency, you may experience discomfort in the form of these physical symptoms. It's as though your body is working overtime to process the spiritual work being done, and the physical signs are simply a reflection of the deeper shifts happening within. Spiritual exhaustion is not something that can be fixed or solved with a quick nap or a few days of rest. It's a process, and just like any transformation, it requires time, patience, and understanding. It's important to honor the process, to recognize that these feelings of fatigue, emotional turmoil, and physical discomfort are all part of a larger divine unfolding. This exhaustion isn't a punishment, but rather a sign of deep internal work being done to align you with your higher self. It's a sign that you are shedding the old, making space for the new, and growing into a version of yourself that you may not yet fully recognize. In moments like these, it's crucial to give yourself grace. It's okay to rest, to slow down, and to allow yourself to process the changes that are happening within. Spiritual exhaustion can be challenging, but it is also an opportunity for profound growth and healing. It's the universe, God, or your higher self, pushing you to break free from old patterns and move into the next level of your spiritual journey. And though it may feel difficult and tiring, know that this is the groundwork for something much greater to emerge in your life. So when you feel spiritually exhausted, don't despair. Instead, lean into the experience, trust the process, and know that your soul is undergoing a powerful transformation that will ultimately bring you closer to the person you are meant to be. When we talk about spiritual growth and transformation, it's important to understand that this process doesn't only occur in the realm of thoughts, emotions, or beliefs. It impacts every single aspect of who we are, including our physical bodies. The body and spirit are intricately connected, and what happens on the spiritual level often manifests physically. This is where the connection between physical and spiritual shifts becomes apparent. Deep inner work, such as healing emotional wounds, breaking old patterns, or confronting past traumas, doesn't just affect your mind or soul. It creates a ripple effect through your entire being, including your physical body. Think about it like this: when you undergo emotional healing, your heart and mind may begin to release stored pain and unresolved feelings. But as these emotions are released, they create a shift in the energy that flows through you, and this can cause your body to react in unexpected ways. You might feel exhausted, restless, or physically sick as you process and release emotional baggage that has been stored within. Similarly, when you let go of limiting beliefs, you free up space in your energetic field, which also impacts your physical well-being, often leading to changes in energy posture or even overall health. One of the key components of the body's response to spiritual shifts lies in the concept of energy realignment. Each person has an energetic system made up of chakras, energy centers located throughout the body. These chakras are responsible for regulating the flow of energy within the body, mind, and spirit. When you go through a spiritual awakening or emotional healing, your chakras undergo realignment to ensure that energy flows freely and harmoniously. But here's the catch. This realignment can cause temporary disruption in your physical and emotional states as the energy adjusts. For example, when your heart chakra associated with love and compassion is opening, You may experience chest tightness, heart palpitations, or even shortness of breath as emotional blockages are cleared. Likewise, if your root chakra connected to your sense of safety and stability is healing, you might feel physical sensations in your legs, feet, or lower back as the body realigns itself to the new energetic frequency. The aura too plays a significant role in how spiritual shifts affect the body. Your aura is the electromagnetic field that surrounds and protects your physical body, and it is constantly influenced by your thoughts, emotions, and spiritual state. When you are undergoing a deep transformation, your aura responds by expanding or contracting, cleansing itself of negative energies and adjusting to your new vibrational frequency. This can lead to physical sensations such as dizziness, headaches, or a feeling of being off balance as your energetic field is recalibrating. The process can be unsettling, but it's also a sign that your body is syncing up with your higher self. During periods of spiritual growth, the physical body serves as a vessel for the changes that are occurring in the energetic body. The body is the container through which your soul experiences the physical realm. And as your spirit evolves, your body reflects that transformation. The sensations of physical exhaustion, aches, or pains are not just the body's way of saying it needs rest. They are often a direct manifestation of the spiritual changes occurring within. Think of your body as a temple. It is meant to hold, protect, and honor the sacred energy of your soul. And during times of spiritual upheaval, when your soul is being called to grow and evolve, the body sometimes needs to recalibrate in order to house that new level of spiritual energy. Another key example of this connection is the concept of somatic experiencing, where emotional and spiritual changes are felt directly in the body. For instance, after a breakthrough in therapy, meditation, or prayer, you may feel physical sensations like heat tingling or a sudden rush of energy moving through your body. These are the results of your energetic system clearing blockages and opening up to new frequencies. As you process deep emotional pain or trauma, it is common for the body to release this energy in the form of physical symptoms such as trembling, sweating, or even nausea as the body discharges what no longer serves you. The physical body is like a channel for the soul's expression, and when it undergoes transformation, it expresses this process through the sensations you feel. When we realize that the body and spirit are not separate entities, but rather are deeply interconnected, it becomes easier to understand why spiritual shifts create physical reactions. The body is not just a vessel for the soul. It is an active participant in the spiritual journey. As you evolve spiritually, the physical symptoms you experience, be it fatigue, discomfort, or emotional turbulence, are not signs of weakness. They are signs that your body is doing the work of aligning with the changes in your spirit. This connection also highlights why self-care is so important during periods of spiritual growth. Your body needs to be nurtured, cared for, and listened to during these times. The physical exhaustion, aches, and emotional upheavals are all part of the process of integrating new spiritual lessons. But in order to move through it with grace, we need to honor both our body and spirit. Practices like meditation, grounding, yoga, or simply getting enough rest are essential to maintaining balance during this time. Without proper care, you might find that the physical symptoms intensify, making the process even more challenging. In essence, the physical body is a reflection of the spiritual work being done within. And when you embrace the process, understanding that both the spirit and body are evolving together, you can navigate through this shift with greater ease and trust. The physical sensations, though uncomfortable at times, are ultimately signals of progress and growth. Your body is not resisting the spiritual work it's adjusting to, making room for the next chapter of your spiritual evolution. So when you feel the fatigue, the emotional turbulence, or the physical discomfort, remember you are becoming more aligned with your higher self. The process may not be easy, but it is absolutely necessary for the transformation that is unfolding within you. As you embark on your spiritual journey and go through a profound transformation, your body and mind may experience a wide array of symptoms, some subtle, others more intense. These symptoms, though uncomfortable at times, are often a reflection of the deep spiritual work that is taking place within you. Understanding these signs is essential for navigating the shift with grace and clarity. Let's explore some of the most common symptoms of a spiritual shift and how they manifest in both emotional and physical realms. One of the first signs that you may be undergoing a spiritual shift is emotional instability. It might seem like your emotions are all over the place with extreme highs and lows that feel uncharacteristic or overwhelming. You may find yourself suddenly bursting into tears over something that wouldn't have bothered you before, or feeling inexplicably sad or irritable without any clear cause. This emotional upheaval can be exhausting, and it may leave you questioning your own stability. But this emotional instability is actually a necessary part of spiritual growth. As you clear old wounds, negative beliefs, and emotional baggage, your subconscious mind starts to release stored feelings that have been trapped for years. Think of it as a deep emotional cleanse. Just like how your body detoxifies when you drink more water or cut out unhealthy foods, your spirit needs to detox as well. And sometimes the process of emotional release can be messy. It's important to understand that this instability is not permanent. It's temporary, and it is part of a larger healing process. Heightened sensitivity is another common symptom during a spiritual shift. You might feel more attuned to the energy around you, picking up on the moods of others, or feeling overwhelmed by stimuli that never affected you before. Sounds, colors, and even the energy in a room can feel much more intense, making you feel overstimulated and emotionally drained. This heightened sensitivity can also extend to your intuition. Your ability to sense things beyond the physical world may become more pronounced. While this can be a powerful gift, it can also feel overwhelming as you adjust to these new sensitivities. Another symptom of a spiritual shift is confusion, or a feeling of being disoriented. You may begin to question everything: your purpose, your relationships, and even your identity. You might feel lost, unsure of who you are or where you're headed. It can feel like your entire life is being turned upside down, and you don't know which way is up. This confusion is often a sign that your old beliefs, patterns, and ways of thinking are being challenged and broken down in order to make way for new growth. As you move through the unknown, your mind and spirit are searching for clarity and alignment. During a spiritual awakening, your old self may be dismantled so that your higher self can emerge, and this can be disorienting. It's like shedding old skin. It may feel uncomfortable and confusing for a time, but it's the precursor to transformation. This period of disorientation is temporary and will eventually give way to a deeper sense of purpose and clarity once the shift fully unfolds. In addition to emotional and mental symptoms, spiritual shifts can also take a toll on your physical body. One of the most common physical signs of a spiritual shift is intense fatigue. This isn't just the kind of tiredness that comes from lack of sleep or stress. No, this is a soul-deep exhaustion that can feel like your body is running on empty. You may feel drained even after a full night's rest, and the usual activities that once energized you may now feel like insurmountable tasks. This fatigue happens because your energy body is being recalibrated, as discussed in the previous section. When your energy shifts, it requires your physical body to adjust, and that takes a lot of energy. Just as an athlete would feel exhausted after a strenuous workout, your body feels tired after processing deep spiritual energy. This fatigue is often accompanied by other physical sensations, such as headaches or dizziness. As your energy centers realign, the body experiences these symptoms as it adjusts to the new vibrations. Headaches are particularly common, especially around the third eye, the center of intuition and spiritual insight. As your mind opens to new dimensions of awareness, you may experience a dull ache, pressure, or sharp pain in this area. Similarly, dizziness or lightheadedness is often a sign that your energy body is shifting. You might feel ungrounded or off balance as your aura expands and adjusts to the new frequency of your being. These physical sensations can be unsettling, but they're a sign that you're in the midst of spiritual evolution. It's important to note that the physical exhaustion you feel during a spiritual shift is often triggered or amplified by spiritual practices themselves. Meditation, deep prayer, energy healing, and other spiritual practices are designed to open up your energy channels and facilitate growth. While these practices are incredibly powerful and necessary for spiritual evolution, they can also trigger the release of old energy and emotions that can result in physical discomfort. When you meditate deeply, for example, you're tuning into a higher frequency of consciousness, which can lead to intense energetic shifts. These shifts can stir up old emotions, memories, and unresolved issues that have been buried deep within you. As these blockages are released, your physical body may react with fatigue, soreness, or dizziness. This is completely normal, and it's a sign that the energy is clearing out, making way for new growth and healing. Similarly, practices like energy healing, for example, Reiki, or prayer, can activate the release of stored emotional or energetic blocks. As your energy system undergoes this cleansing process, your physical body may feel the strain, leading to feelings of tiredness or discomfort. This is why it's so important to practice self-care during spiritual growth. While these practices are essential for your transformation, it's equally important to allow your body the rest and recovery it needs in order to integrate the spiritual shifts that are happening. The symptoms of a spiritual shift can be as varied and complex as the transformation itself. From emotional instability and heightened sensitivity to physical fatigue and headaches, these signs are often signals that you're undergoing deep, profound change. The key is to understand that these experiences are part of the process and that they are leading you toward a greater sense of alignment and spiritual growth. By recognizing these symptoms and allowing yourself the time to rest, reflect, and process, you can navigate this shift with greater ease. Remember, every symptom, every feeling, and every discomfort is ultimately a step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Embrace the journey and trust that the exhaustion you feel today is preparing you for a more enlightened tomorrow. Experiencing spiritual exhaustion can feel overwhelming, especially when it affects your body, mind, and emotions in ways you can't fully understand. But the good news is that there are ways to manage this transformation and move through it with more ease and grace. It's important to remember that this exhaustion isn't a sign of failure or weakness. It's simply a part of your journey of growth and evolution. With the right tools, patience, and support, you can navigate this process in a way that allows you to emerge stronger and more aligned with your true purpose. When you're going through a spiritual shift, one of the first and most essential things you can do is rest. This might sound too simple, but sometimes the most effective remedy for spiritual exhaustion is allowing yourself the space to rest without guilt. Your body and spirit need time to integrate the changes that are happening within. Think of rest as a form of self-care that gives your system the time and energy to process the shifts. You don't need to push through exhaustion or try to force spiritual growth. In fact, doing so will only slow down the process. Listen to your body, and when it tells you to rest, give yourself permission to step back and recharge. Along with rest, self-care practices are crucial. Spiritual exhaustion can take a toll not only on your energy, but also on your emotional and mental well-being. Taking time for self-care can help you feel more grounded and balanced during this time. Simple practices like taking a warm bath, spending time in nature, journaling, or engaging in creative outlets can provide a soothing release for both your body and your spirit. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation can help replenish your energy and clear your mind of distractions, allowing you to focus on the spiritual work that's unfolding within you. One of the most effective techniques for managing spiritual exhaustion is grounding practices. When you feel scattered, unbalanced, or overwhelmed, grounding yourself helps reconnect you with the earth and the present moment. Grounding practices help you feel more stable and centered, especially when emotional turbulence or physical discomfort threatens to pull you out of balance. Walking barefoot on grass, sitting quietly by a body of water, or meditating with a focus on your connection to the earth are all excellent grounding practices. You can also use visualization techniques, imagining roots extending from your body into the earth, connecting you to its energy. Grounding helps restore harmony to your energy system, making it easier to endure the emotional and physical challenges that accompany spiritual shifts. While managing spiritual exhaustion with rest, self-care, and grounding practices is important, it's equally crucial to approach this transformation with patience and acceptance. Spiritual growth is not an overnight process. Just as a tree takes years to grow tall and strong, your spiritual transformation is unfolding at its own pace. Trying to rush this process will only create more resistance. Instead, learn to accept where you are in the moment, even if it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. Recognize that spiritual exhaustion is a temporary state that will pass as you continue to grow and evolve. It's important to remember that patience with yourself is key during this period of transformation. The shifts you're going through are deep and significant, and they take time to integrate fully. You may experience moments where you feel frustrated or discouraged by the pace of your progress, but know that this is all part of the process. Just as you can't rush the blooming of a flower, you can't rush your spiritual awakening. Trust that every step you take, no matter how small, is leading you closer to alignment with your higher self. Embrace the journey with faith and remember that each challenge you face is helping to shape you into the person you are meant to become. While the majority of spiritual exhaustion can be managed through rest, self-care, and grounding practices, there are times when it may be beneficial to seek professional help. Spiritual transformations can sometimes stir up unresolved emotional trauma, deeply buried memories, or complex issues that are difficult to navigate alone. If you find yourself feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or unable to move forward, seeking help from a professional can offer you much-needed guidance and support. Spiritual counseling can help you process and understand the spiritual aspects of your transformation. A spiritual counselor can provide you with tools, insights, and frameworks to better understand your experience and navigate through the exhaustion. They can also offer emotional support, especially during times of confusion or deep inner conflict. If you're experiencing significant spiritual or emotional distress, working with a counselor who specializes in spiritual healing can help you make sense of your journey and find clarity. Energy healing is another form of support that may be beneficial during this time. Practitioners of energy healing such as Reiki or acupuncture can help realign your energy system, clear blockages, and restore balance to your body's energy centers. Energy healing can provide relief from physical symptoms of exhaustion as well as emotional or spiritual blocks that may be causing you to feel stuck or depleted. By clearing these energy blockages, you may find that you feel more energized, centered, and able to integrate the changes happening within you more smoothly. Lastly, if you feel overwhelmed by the physical or emotional toll that spiritual exhaustion is taking on your life, seeking help from a medical professional may be necessary. While spiritual exhaustion is real, it's important not to ignore physical symptoms such as persistent fatigue, headaches, or dizziness. A healthcare professional can help rule out any underlying medical conditions and ensure that you are taking care of your physical well-being while navigating your spiritual transformation. Navigating spiritual exhaustion doesn't have to be a lonely or overwhelming process. By employing techniques such as rest, self-care, grounding practices, and embracing patience and acceptance, you can move through this transformation with greater ease and clarity. Remember, the exhaustion you feel is not permanent. It's a part of your growth. Trust the process and give yourself the time and space you need to heal and evolve. And when you need extra support, don't hesitate to seek professional help, whether that's from a spiritual counselor, energy healer, or healthcare provider. You are not alone on this journey, and with the right tools and mindset, you will emerge from this transformation stronger, more aligned, and more connected to your divine purpose. Spiritual exhaustion may seem like an uncomfortable, even overwhelming phase in your journey, but the truth is, it holds powerful potential for personal growth, healing, and transformation. As much as this exhaustion may drain your energy and cause discomfort, it's also an invitation to deepen your connection with yourself and to step into a higher state of being. The key is to embrace the shift, understanding that the fatigue you feel is a necessary part of the process that will ultimately lead to profound benefits. Though it may be hard to see through the haze of fatigue, spiritual exhaustion often serves as the catalyst for some of the most powerful breakthroughs in our lives. When you allow yourself to fully feel the weight of exhaustion without resistance, you are granting yourself the opportunity to dive deeper into self-awareness. It is during times of discomfort that we are often forced to look within, to confront the parts of ourselves that we may have avoided or neglected. This period of exhaustion invites you to reflect on your patterns, your beliefs, and your emotional state, revealing deeper truths about who you really are. Spiritual exhaustion often clears the path for healing. It's in the moments when we are most vulnerable, when our energy feels drained and our defenses are down, that we are open to healing on a deep level. As you release old emotions, clear past traumas, and break free from limiting beliefs, you allow space for healing to take place. This process is rarely immediate, but it's in the midst of the exhaustion that your soul is working to untangle old wounds and set you free. As difficult as it might seem in the moment, the exhaustion you feel is not just a sign of your body being tired, it's a sign of your spirit shedding what no longer serves you, making room for wholeness and alignment. Another benefit of this spiritual exhaustion is the increased clarity it brings. As your body and mind begin to let go of excess energy, thoughts, and emotions, you'll find that you start to see things more clearly. The external noise begins to fade, and you're left with a heightened awareness of your true desires, purpose, and path. Spiritual exhaustion can strip away the distractions and illusions that cloud your vision, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. While spiritual exhaustion may initially feel like a heavy burden, it often leads to enlightenment or a higher level of consciousness. This process may involve moments of intense clarity where you see your life from a broader perspective, understanding your true nature and your place in the universe. The exhaustion you're experiencing is essentially the recalibration of your energy, shifting you from one state of being to another. As this happens, you may begin to experience profound insights, a deeper connection to your spiritual self, and a heightened sense of purpose. The deeper you go into your spiritual shift, the more you realize that this exhaustion isn't just about fatigue, it's a transformation of your consciousness. You're being called to release old ways of thinking and being, and the process of letting go can be both challenging and rewarding. The more you surrender to this shift, the more you will understand that this transformation is not happening to you but for you. You're expanding your consciousness to new levels of awareness, seeing life from a place of wisdom, love, and acceptance. Enlightenment is often the result of this intense spiritual work. As you shed layers of old identities, fears, and attachments, you begin to awaken to a higher truth. It's as if your mind has been cleared of the fog, allowing you to experience life in a new light. The exhaustion, while difficult, is the crucible in which your spiritual growth takes place. It's the fire that purifies you, allowing you to emerge more connected to the divine and aligned with your soul's highest purpose. One of the most powerful tools you can embrace during this time of spiritual exhaustion is surrender. Surrender isn't about giving up. It's about releasing the need to control and allowing the process to unfold in its own time. When you resist the exhaustion or try to force things to happen faster, you create more resistance, which only prolongs the discomfort. But when you surrender to the experience, you acknowledge that the exhaustion is part of a greater plan, and you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Surrender allows you to let go of your attachment to outcomes. You stop trying to micromanage the timing of your spiritual growth, and instead you trust the divine timing of the universe. Surrendering isn't a passive act. It's an active choice to trust that the process is leading you to where you need to be. It's about finding peace in the midst of chaos, knowing that you don't have to have all the answers right now. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is simply let go and allow the transformation to happen without interference. Through surrender, you also cultivate faith. You are acknowledging that even though you don't fully understand what's happening, you trust that it's all for your highest good. This kind of trust allows you to move through spiritual exhaustion with a sense of ease, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be on your journey. In the moments when the fatigue feels unbearable, surrender reminds you that you are being held and guided by something greater than yourself. Embracing the shift means embracing the exhaustion and the discomfort as part of your growth. While it's easy to focus on the struggle, it's important to remember that the transformation happening within you is something powerful and necessary. The benefits of going through spiritual exhaustion, such as deeper self-awareness, healing clarity, and enlightenment, far outweigh the temporary discomfort. As you surrender to this process, you open yourself to new levels of consciousness and allow the divine to guide you toward your true purpose. So when you feel the weight of exhaustion, instead of resisting it, lean into it. Embrace the shift, because on the other side, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the person you were always meant to be.